Hey guys, it's JJ Simmer, and this is my first ever apartment build. And as much as I'd like to talk about the build in this video, I say that sarcastically because if you've ever seen my speed builds, you know I never talk about the build. This is actually not it's like, it's still speed build, obviously, because I'm building something, and I think that's all that classifies a speed build. But it's also like a kind of 2016 recap, because I've noticed tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and I've noticed that this week a lot of YouTubers have been like, what I've learned in 2016 or whatever, and I was like, oh, I really want to do that, but I don't have one of those like YouTube channels where you can do that. Like, I don't know what type of, just like gaming channels don't really do that because they don't. But I thought, hey, I'm not going to talk about this in a Let's Play part because then I wouldn't be focusing on the Let's Play. So a speed build would be a perfect opportunity. Oh gosh, my phone would be a perfect opportunity to talk about it. So here I am talking about it. So if you want to hear somebody talk about the build, this probably isn't the speed build for you. But hey, do people actually like when builders talk about the build? Because personally, unless it's like one of those how to build like tutorials, then I'm okay with it. But for most builds, and like if it's a complex build, then okay, I understand, and I like hearing the story behind a build if there is one. But hey, this is just like apartment for two Sims. There's really no story. I built it, I like it. I probably won't move my Sims into it because, oh, I actually have to talk about that. The whole gallery situation, uploading apartments to the gallery is like such a headache, and I tried, guys, I really did, but I could not deal with it, so I just decided to opt out of it, and I decided that I was not going to do that. So sadly, you will not be able to download this build, but personally for me, when I watch builds, it's not so I can download it, it's so I can get inspiration from it. So that's really what I hope happens from this build. I hope that you all get some inspiration. And yeah, so what were we talking about? All right, I wanted to talk about like 2016 because it's been a crazy year. I feel like this week, since there's been so many like great celebrities dying, everybody's like, oh, 2016 is terrible because Carrie Fisher and Debbie Ryan died, and also another celebrity who it's terrible, but it's George Michael. That was the name. I don't actually know who he was, but I know that like a lot, like, Twitter was going crazy about that. So I think everybody's like, oh, 2016 has been such a bad year. And honestly, I just thought that was really unfair because it hasn't been that bad, for me at least. I guess it really depends on who you are. But I never really thought about it being like a bad year. But then looking back at it, I've realized it hasn't been the best year. It's been a really weird year. Just everything weird happened this year. I feel like it was not that my phone again, great. Not that I really remember 2015 that much because short-term memory loss, it's what I deal with on a daily basis. But I don't remember it being this hectic. Like, let's be honest, 2016 is the year Donald Trump was elected. That just like says it was not a great year. No offense if you're a Donald Trump supporter, but if you are, like, just watch another channel. Just kidding, don't. I feel so bad because like people just automatically assume Trump supporters are bad people, and honestly, you could be a great person and still a Trump supporter. So I am not here to judge you, and also we are not here to talk about politics. So what we're talking about, all right, 2016, it has been a weird year, and like I feel like it's been an especially weird year in like the entertainment industry, because in my life the year's been kind of like, it hasn't been great, but it hasn't been like terrible. It's not like, oh, worst year of my life. It's just kind of been mediocre, which I'm totally okay with. I don't need like this fantastic year. It's been totally okay. But in social media, it's been crazy. For instance, Robin Black China. I feel like that has been okay, guys, I actually want to do a disclaimer. This is going to be a lot of like celebrity talk. Like, I'm talking about the entertainment industry because that's what I love. And if you're going to be annoyed by that, then maybe click off this video. I don't know. I'm trying something new because usually like in speed builds, you want to talk about like either the Sims or yourself, but that's just not really what I want to do in this speed build. Other speed builds, I'll definitely talk about myself. I'll definitely talk about the Sims. But this one, I'm going to like take it from like, I'm going to be talking about the entertainment industry, like the Kardashians and people like that. So if that doesn't interest you, either mute it or keep watching. Do what you want. I don't want you to, there's nothing worse than going through a video and expecting something that never comes. And I know that. Like for instance, like clickbait videos, when it's like they're like, oh yeah, I was kidnapped or something, and you're I don't know why that came in my head. But you're like expecting a kidnapping story and it never happened. There's nothing worse than that. So I just want you to have realistic expectations. But anyways, as I was saying, the entertainment industry has been going crazy this year. For example, like a bunch of like famous people died this year, like I was saying. Like Alan Rickman is also in Prince. It's just a bunch of people, which is so sad. Like so many great losses this year, and I think that's really why 2016, like everybody was like really not loving it too much, which, hey, fair enough, that makes sense to me. But also, what else happened? Well, just in like the YouTube community, crazy thing happened. For one, Ricky Dillon announced that he was asexual, which, what? I thought that was crazy, but I loved it because I feel like I really like learning new things, and I think it kind of brought a new thing because honestly, YouTube helped me like learn more about like different sexualities, different sexual orientation, just all about that. And that was really like an eye-opener for me because I've been watching Ricky Dillon forever and I never expected that, but I'm glad like he shared that part of his life and it was really inspiring. And I'm glad like I know kind of more about, because you don't see that often, so I'm glad I like know more about it. It's just, I just learned something new, and that's always great. What else happened? Well, for one, Robin Black China. I think they got together this year and like got married and had like Dream Kardashian. This was the year of Robin Black China. Now I don't like them. I don't dislike them either, but I just thought that was like a huge thing. This is gonna I feel like this makes me look very shallow, and in some ways, I guess I am. But hey, I warned you. So I thought that was really crazy. What else happened? Oh, the Kim Kardashian robbery. Kim is still not like active or as active as she was on social media, and it's crazy because I think like it just brought like the issue of celebrities' privacy, because they were getting what's it called? There was a lot of like celebrity attacks this year, or even like celebrities attacking fans. Like Justin Bieber punched a fan. That kid needs to get a grip. I'm a OG Justin Bieber fan though, so it's okay. But yeah, that was just weird, and like it really showed us like celebrity, like I think that a lot, like it just showed that like celebrities are normal people who deserve normal rights. Like nobody should be even like kidnapped. I don't think she was kidnapped. Nobody should be robbed. Nobody should be like held hostage. It just really gave people like a sense, oh whoa, celebrities are kind of like real people, like they're not immune to these bad things that happen in the world. And I think that's a good thing. I'm glad that I'm not, oh my gosh, I sound so bad. I'm not glad that happened, but I'm glad that like it made people think, and like, but there's still people who think that it was a fake. I do not think it was a fake, and I'm just excited to see what happens like with Kim K. I'm a hardcore Kardashians fan. Let's just like get that out of the way. If you're not, sorry, I understand you, but like try to understand me. So I'm just excited to see Kim K's come back with the K, obviously. And what else happened this year? Well, this one's really for me, but I started watching Supernatural, which I am obsessed with, as you know. That really has no effect on you, though. What else happened? Oh, if you watch Gilmore Girls, the year in a life of Gilmore Girls, which was, I think, a huge thing. Like, everybody was so pumped about that, because a lot of people, I just feel like Gilmore Girls is a show that everybody can like, and I think everybody just likes, what are they called? Reviles. Like a lot of reviles came this year or were announced this year. Like they're gonna have a High School Musical revile. Like that wasn't huge, but that's because I think everybody just thought it was a joke. But I think they even had like a reunion this year, and that was pretty big. They had like that Friends reunion kind of thing. Was that this year? I actually don't remember. That was some year. But as I was saying, people just love revivals, and the Gilmore Girls revile was great. And I'm like hoping, like, if there's a petition, tell me. I want a season 2, and I will do anything to get a season 2. So that was crazy. And also 2016 brought like the end of my favorite shows, or the announcement. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Wait, let's see. Can I hold it in? Yeah, I can hold it in. Okay, but as I was saying, 2016 like brought the end of like, well, it brought all my favorite shows were announced, like that they were going to end this 2017 technically, but the announcement was in 2016, so it's still like I consider it 2016 the end, kind of. The last season premiered in 2016. She's like Teen Wolf, Vampire Diaries, Pretty Little Liars. And these are shows that I've been watching for years. Like Teen Wolf, I've been watching since season 4, and now on season 6. So 2 years Teen Wolf. Vampire Diaries I've been watching for 4 years. And Pretty Little Liars I've been watching for, honestly, 5 years. I watched Pretty Little Liars before Vampire Diaries. So yeah, so these have been like huge parts of my life for a while now, and it's just crazy to like know that they're about to end, and I'm really upset because like what am I going to watch on TV? I guess in 2017 that new show Riverdale, the Archie comic show is going to come out, and I hope that's good because I'm an OG Archie fan. Like as a kid, one of my favorite books, it was you probably know it was a comic book, and it was great. Like if you're a 2000 kid or even like a 1990s kid, is that a thing? I think 90s, that's what it's called. It's not 1990s. A 90s kid, you will understand. It was the Archie comics were great. Even like, hey, the Archie comics are older than that. They like, I think my parents were reading Archie comics. They're very oh no, I feel like I'm calling my parents old, but they're very old. Like they are, so it's cool that they're having a show. They've definitely had like movies before and they've sucked, so I'm really hoping, but they've all been cartoon. But I'm like, fingers crossed this show is great. What else happened though? That's 2017, so hey, that's something to look forward to. I'm excited about that. And hey, The Sims got a new expansion pack, City Living, which hey, really ties into the build here, right guys? Because this is a city living build technically, because we're building an apartment. And hey, I love how we can build apartments now. That's great. That's probably my favorite. Wait, I'm good. I'm sorry, I should cut that out, but I can't cut that out because I don't cut out voiceovers because that would mean I'd have to re-listen to them, and I'm not going to do that. But I was oh gosh, I hope this voiceover's not bad. It's just like, it's weird talking about like recapping the year. I'm not a recapper, but hey, I'm doing my best, so give it a thumbs up or give it a dislike if you legitimately don't like it. I understand. Give it a dislike because I do want to know. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh right, The Sims 4 City Living. This might have been my favorite expansion pack so far, but that's not really saying the bar high. These expansion packs, like, I feel like I can say it have not been great, but I don't want to be like ungrateful. Like The Sims is great, it's just like we're missing stuff. Like, okay, I'm not gonna start like a Twitter fight over that. Like, I'm not gonna be ungrateful. Like, I'm grateful for what we've gotten in The Sims. Kind of. Just get me toddlers. That's all I want. That's like for 2017, that's what I want. All I want is toddlers. And hey, The Sims 4 will be like 3 years old. It's about time. But I guess like what I didn't realize is I was playing The Sims 2 yesterday, and I don't think they had babies in The Sims 2. I think they only had toddlers because I was creating a family and it only had the toddlers option. So I guess like we're bringing it back to The Sims 2. The Sims 3 was just like a luxury where we got toddlers and babies. So maybe this is just how it's supposed to be. But the babies can't even come out of the bassinet. That takes me off too. Actually, I don't really care too much because it was really like I'd always leave my babies somewhere in The Sims 3. So, you know, that kind of sucked. And what else? I have a list of stuff that happened in 2016 that I am reading from because I wanted to make this part a little less rambly because I don't want that. But hey, I started a YouTube channel in 2016, so it's bound to make it a great year. And I honestly love doing YouTube. Like, it's a lot of work though. Like, how many times can I say like, right guys? I did not expect it to be this much work, but hey, no regrets. I'm just not the best at it. Like, I'm not as committed as some, but I think that like I'm okay with that as long as I'm doing my best. You know, like I'm not like on YouTube to be like the next life simmer. I don't know. I don't need like 1 million followers. I just want like 1 view. I feel good with 1 view. Which, like, maybe that might be a little pathetic. But I see, like, 1 view, and I'm like, oh, hey, there we go. When it has 0 views, I get upset, though. So make sure there's 1 view in every video. Sometimes I'll even click on the video to add 1 view, so people aren't like, 0 views? You know, I'm weird. Deal with it, guys. Just deal with it. Ugh, this voiceover, I can't. Maybe it's because I haven't done a speed build voiceover for a while, or maybe it's because there's an apartment build, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to call this apartment. Probably it's going to be like modern. I feel like this apartment's pretty modern apartment. What a great name. So original. It's not like I've ever named any other house of mine modern. Just kidding. That's my go-to name. Like modern family home, modern mansion, modern this, modern that. It's what I do, guys. And, oh, what else happened? Sorry. I'm trying to read this. The last thing I have is the new Harry Potter book, which, if you're a Potter fan, if you're a Harry Potter fan like me, that was great. Except for I haven't even read the book. So when people found out I read like The Cursed Child, they're like, what the hell, you haven't even read like, I feel like a lot of Harry Potter fans are hardcore, and a lot of them think I'm a fake fan because I haven't read the book, which, hey, if I was good at reading, I'd probably read the book, but I'm a shit reader, so I didn't read the book. But anyways, I did read The Cursed Child, and that was a great book. And hey, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them came out, which wasn't very good. Heads up, I would not pay to see it again. But hey, if you like that type of thing, then go ahead and watch it, because I know tons of people who did like that. But hey guys, we're coming to the end of the speed build. Obviously there's gonna be no screenshots, because you just saw me build the house. You don't need to see screenshots. I don't get the point of them. But anyways, I hope you like this voiceover. I know it was a little weird, but hey, it was a 2016 recap. Let's hope my voiceovers are better in 2017. Anyways guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.